Hello y'all, this is Nick M at the Texas State Asian Culture Museum. I'm the lead historian here. And during this time of the COVID-19 pandemic, we are all being stuck at home doing social distancing. So today at the Culture Museum, we're going to be doing distance learning out of two books for folklore culture. One book is Legends of Japan by Hiroshi and Ancient China. It deals with different folktale stories in Japan. And then we're going to be doing an ancient Chinese folklore out of the Ancient China book. The 12th chapter of this book is called The Dragon King's Palace, and here it is. Long, long ago in the capital, there lived a young samurai whose name still remains unknown, probably because he was an insignificant samurai. This samurai was a pious man. On the 18th day of each month, which was the day of worship, Canaan, he abstained from animal food and visited the Buddhist temples in the capital. One day, when he was on his way to a temple on the eastern outskirts of the capital, he came across an old man carrying a cane. He saw a little snake hanging from the end of the man's cane, and the snake was moving his body. "Where are you going, old man?" asked the young samurai. "To the capital, sir," replied the old man. "Why are you carrying the snake?" "I have a particular reason." "Couldn't you set it free?" "Today is Canaan's day, so it is a sin to kill an animal on such a day. Though I do not want to kill the snake, I have to do it to earn my living. I think Kanan-sama will forgive my sin." "What do you use the snake for?" asked the samurai. "I need the snake's grease in making maces. I make my living by selling maces." "Oh, I see. Then how about exchanging your snake for my adult kimono?" The old man gladly accepted the samurai's offer, and they immediately exchanged their goods. As the young man was about to go, the old man told him that he caught the snake in a pond a little way off. So the samurai at once went to the pond and released the snake in the water. Then he resumed his pilgrimage to the Buddhist temple. As he went some distance from the pond, he met a pretty girl about 12 years old. "Why is a pretty girl at such a lonely place?" he wondered. "Hello," she said. "I was waiting for you here." "For what?" "To say thank you, because you saved my life. My parents also want to express their gratitude to you, so I'm here to take you to them." The samurai now realized that the girl was the little snake he had saved. The girl at once led him back to the pond, where she asked him to wait for her for a time. And behold, suddenly she vanished into the pond. But soon she appeared and told him to close his eyes for a moment. When he opened his eyes again, he had found himself standing in front of the big gate of a magnificent castle. The girl immediately showed him to the castle, and he was surprised to see all rooms and halls studded with jewels. It was like a fairyland. Soon an old man of dignity, about 70 years of age, with a long white beard, appeared before him and showed him into the most gorgeous chamber, where he had thanked the young man for his kindness in saving his daughter's life. He said that although he had always told her not to play in the pond, she would not heed his warning, and at last was caught. The old man and his family entertained him handsomely with all kinds of delicacies. He said, "I am the Dragon King. I wish to present you with a treasure in return for your kindness." So saying, he took a piece of gold rice cake out of the treasure box. He divided it into two and gave one piece to the samurai. He said, "Whenever you need money, you break it and use part of it. You will never be out of money." The samurai accepted his gift thankfully and bade farewell to the Dragon King. The girl accompanied him to the front gate and told him to close his eyes again. When he opened them, he found himself standing by the pond. She again thanked him and disappeared into the water. Back at the capital, he used the golden rice cake, which, then he broke it, soon attained its original size. Before long, he became a rich man. After his death, however, this treasure mysteriously vanished, so it was not handed down to posterity. We're going to be doing a folklore reading out of the book of Ancient China, written by Robert Nicholson and Claire Watts. The title of the short story we're going to be reading is called The Dragon King's Key. Without further ado, here it is. The rains around Hiroshi Mountain were very scarce one year. The land was so dry that the crops would not grow, and the people who lived at the foot of the mountain had nothing to eat. The river dried up, and people began to think that they would have to leave their homes or die. One day, when she was walking on the mountain, a farmer's daughter called Sea Girl came upon a secret lake. She could see the lake shining between the mountain peaks and smell the cool breeze that rippled its surface, but she could not reach the water. As she stared longingly at the lake, a wild goose flew down beside her I am the guardian of the lake, said the wild goose. It is impossible to reach the shining waters. They are locked within a golden key that is hidden within a fortress far away. Where can I find the golden key? Seagull cried. But the wild goose flew off without answering. Seagull stamped her foot impatiently. What am I to do? She wondered. 3 parrots sitting in a nearby tree heard her cries. They cocked their heads to one side and stared at her with beady eyes. If you want the key, said one in another bored voice, you must search for, the second continued yawning, for the third daughter. The last parrot spoke so slowly that the seagull thought he would fall asleep before he finished. Of the Dragon King. Then the 3 parrots tucked their heads under their wings and fell asleep before Seagull had a chance to ask them any more. But who was the Dragon King? And where shall I look for his daughter? She wailed. Seagull looked around, but no other bird or creature came to help her. I shall just have to find the 3rd daughter of the Dragon King by myself. So Seagull set off, singing a song about her quest. Many people stopped her along the way to ask her about her song, but none could tell her of the 3rd daughter of the Dragon King. After many long, tiring days of walking, Seagull made a peacock. I have heard your song, Seagull said to the peacock. I know the fortress far away in the southern mountains where the Dragon King lives. I will take you there. Seagull thanked the peacock and set off after him, singing her song as she went. She followed him to the crags of the southern mountains. There she saw a huge fortress, guarded by a fierce and monstrous eagle with 2 talons and an pointed beak. Here I must leave you, said the peacock. This is where the Dragon King lives with his daughters. I cannot tell you how to get into the fortress, but I do know the 3rd daughter of the Dragon King loves music. Perhaps if you sing something will happen. Seagull sat outside the fortress and began to sing. On the first day, she sang all the songs she knew, but the 3rd daughter of the Dragon King did not appear. On the second day, she sang all the songs she knew again. Staring up at the fortress, she thought she glimpsed a girl's face at one of the windows. On the 3rd day, a seagull started to make her new songs. She sang all day, and at last, when the sun began to set, the 3rd daughter of the Dragon King appeared beside her. Seagull carried on with her songs. Shyly, the other girl joined in, and soon the mountain was filled with the sound of the 2 friends' voices. Seagull explained her quest to the 3rd daughter, and the 3rd daughter agreed to help her. She told the girl the golden key. She told Seagull that the golden key to the secret lake was kept at the left-hand dungeon of the fortress. To reach the dungeon, Seagull would have to pass the monstrous eagle. But how might I get past him? Asked Seagull. I have an idea, the 3rd daughter replied. She began to explain her plan. Seagull and the 3rd daughter sang very loudly until the monstrous eagle guarded the dungeon flew over to see what was happening. 3rd daughter kept singing, lulling the eagle with her sweet voice, while Seagull stole away and crept into the fortress. The left-hand dungeon was filled with piles of treasure. The Seagull turned her back on the gold, jade, and jewels and began to look for the key. She spotted it glinting in a corner. Clutching the key, she ran from the fortress and made her way back to the 3rd daughter. While Seagull was safely clear of the fortress, the 3rd daughter stopped singing. The monstrous eagle flew back to the fortress. He did not realize that the golden key was missing because the heaps of gold, jades, and jewels that it guarded had not been disturbed. Seagull returned to Horsehair Mountain with the key. She went to Shining Lake and opened it with the golden key. Immediately the water began flowing down from the lake into the river that ran through the village. From his fortress in the southern mountains, the Dragon King saw what had happened. He was furious. When he found out how 3rd daughter had helped Seagull, he banished her from his kingdom forever. 3rd daughter was now very upset by this. Life had been very dull in the Dragon King's fortress, and she had been forbidden to sing. So she went to Horsehair Mountain to live with the Seagull, and the 2 girls spent their days singing together. As for the villagers, when they saw the water flowing into the river, they rushed out of their houses, laughing and crying. They were very grateful to the 2 girls. One day, and every year, the ladies of Horsehair Mountain still sing together by the river to thank Seagull and 3rd daughter. Thank you all. Stay safe, enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you all very soon.